Well, let's move onwards. Well, 45 is on the Warpath again this morning, this time against Bill Barr. Now, we know that Bill Barr was weaponized. He was used as a weapon when 45 was president, okay? But now, because Bill Barr is speaking up about how disineffective 45 actually is, 45 wants to throw him under the bus. So let's just look at, no matter what Barr did. Now remember, Barr, when the Mueller report came out, he suppressed it, okay? He railroaded the report that Mueller put out. Absolutely 100% lied about it. But that wasn't good enough for 45, okay? So let's see what happens. If you are basically one of 45's little puppets for a time, and then you no longer, you cut the strings, this is what happens for those that want to be under 45's sway. So let's look and see what he says here. It is so despicable and just absolutely disgusting. 45 says, Bill Barr was a weak and slovenly man. This coming from 45, okay? The most disgusting, just, he's disgusting. He doesn't take care of himself. He wears lifts in his shoes that make him lean forward. Totally disgusting, but Bill Barr is a weak and slovenly man who was ill-equipped to be Attorney General. Yeah, I think he was ill-equipped because he suppressed the truth that was coming out about 45. That wasn't good enough for him. So let's go forward. Because he was literally in fear of the radical left Democrats and all they were threatening to do to him. He did fine with Russia hoax, but it should have been gotten rid of. It wasn't good enough that he suppressed everything, okay? Should have gotten rid of. I'm just waiting for it still to come out fully and totally. Now, it may come out with Smith. We'll see if that's part of the things that come out of the actual Mueller report of what was going on with Russia, okay? That still may come into play, so let's see. But it should have been gotten rid of as a made-up Democrat con job much faster, okay? Remember, he had the Hunter Biden laptop. The time and money wasted on this charade was incalculable. And without me being on the other end of this plot, there was great danger. The only plot that was there was the one that 45 has put into place, okay? The one he's tried to put into place. Barr was most afraid of anything having to do with the rigged election. Well, you mean the election that 45 tried to rig? Okay? The mentality of those like Giuliani, etc., and they're all going to go down, okay, as RICO charges for running a corrupt criminal enterprise, okay? So maybe there was a line that Barr would not cross when it came to that. So let's continue forward, because he knew that it was this subject more than any other that the Democrats did not even want to think about. Well, why would they want to think about it? It was a lie. Okay? It was a lie. Biden won fair and square. End of story. So no matter how much 45 wanted to overturn the election, did all he could to try to skew it, to try to lean on them like a mob boss, and then had them storm the Capitol. Okay? Even to the point of screaming, "Hang Mike Pence." So for this, he's going to go after Barr. Okay? They got away with murder, so no more discussions with the possibility of getting caught. They wanted it over. Well, yeah, it was over. Okay? End of story. Biden won. So he's screaming over. He says, "I got very tough with Bill Barr and pushed him hard to do his job." You mean no, to commit a crime. He pushed him hard to commit more crimes. He said, but he just couldn't overcome his fear of the radical left. He was useless. I nicely fired him now, and now he's a soundbite. Oh my God. This guy is the most disgusting person I've ever seen. He really, truly thinks he's a mob boss. Okay? So let's see what we have. So going into this, what we got was the convention. You know, now his idea of being conventional is this new drama about the past. Okay? And his new drama about the past was, you know, I was president and he was just supposed to fall behind. And because the convention, don't forget, we just had the Repugly Ugly convention, and that those that are not buying into all of 45's hate rhetoric and doing that, he calls them rhinos. So they're not being conventional as far as the MAGA spin, the delusional cult of MAGA. So that's what's coming in with that, the convention. You know, if you're going to be a MAGA extremist, then only are you a conservative Repugly Ugly now. So what we have now, we're coming into his extremism, okay? This is what he was pushing. And Barr finally set an end to this story that he was trying to create with his extremism, with this MAGA thing. There was finally a line he said he wouldn't cross. Although he should be prosecuted for the things that he did do, suppressing the Mueller report, etc. Okay? There are things that Barr did that he should be sanctioned for. So now we have at the center of it, we have revenge, okay? The Repugly Ugly Party, one of revenge and the one of persecution. If you don't toe the line and you are willing to be an ugly Repugly Ugly, then you're a rhino, okay? And we will take revenge, okay? Doesn't matter how much you've done for the party to this point. It's not enough. If you are not following dear leader and doing everything that he tells you to do, no matter how illegal it is, then you're a rhino. You're of no help, okay? So the challenge is any kind of empathy, listening to the conversation. They don't want to hear the conversation. They only want light on the short-term benefit that you can bring, okay? And that's it. How long can you be faithful to them? That's all they care about, is short-term. what use you can be short term, and then you can be discarded, okay? If you're not going to be full criminal, forget about it, okay? The clarification is about harmony. Now, in this harmony, you've got to be in lockstep with 45. That's the only harmonious thing, because otherwise he will seek revenge, okay? Extremism, revenge, okay? If you are not in lockstep with him and you are not willing to take him to an easier place in his mind through dark methodologies, okay? So let's see what we have underneath of it. We have light, shedding light on these assertions that 45 is making now, okay? About being in power, holding on to power, and doing what he wants. Because now you're out in the cold because of this new mentation that he's putting out and wanting to play the whistleblower, the person. He sees them as being spies in the camp. Useless. Because they weren't going to hold on to power and do everything that he wanted. Okay? So we'll break this down. This is what we have. The major things running this is ending of the light, okay? The ending of light with them. We're just going to go full dark, whatever it takes to get what we want for the Republic Ugly Party, the MAGA crowd, because this is the past. We're looking at the past and we want to go forward. Okay, we want to go forward with their mental realm to something better, which is basically just doing whatever it takes. Breaking whatever laws that one breaks in order to get what one wants. We see what happened with Giuliani. The rest of these, the one that releasing the Kraken, the rest of these crazies out there that are willing to put out this totally delusional drama. And ones like Carrie Lake that will sell her soul to try to be vice president, okay? And that's what she's doing. She wants to run. Make no mistake. So does Marjorie Trader Greene. But if he's going to pick between Trader Greene and Lake, he'll pick the one that looks better. He'll pick Lake. Okay? Marjorie Trader Greene, you can be a soldier out there, but I'm not going to look at that face every day. Okay, I can tell you that. He'd be saying, you're not my type. Okay, you don't deserve to come in the Oval Office because I'm not going to look at that face. Okay, you can be a soldier out there. But if I have to look at a woman's face, I'll look at Carrie Lake. Let's just be honest about that. So just, the insanity of what he's doing. Yeah, Bill Barr, he wanted to see how resourceful he was. He was only useful as long as he had some resources, some things he would put into place, then okay. But now he's useless and now it's time to take revenge. Okay? And that's what 45's about. He's a vengeful person. He's a hater. He cares about one and one only himself. But he is now facing loss, and he is terrified. He's trying to pick at people's bones now, whatever he can do, because he is going to go down for the count, and he is terrified. So now he doesn't know what to do. He's in indecision. So he's lashing out at everybody he can lash out at. Anybody that's not behind him saying, you're the most fabulous person on the planet. You've done so much. You're the greatest president that ever was. We need you, great leader. If you're not back there blowing smoke up his behind all day, then you're useless. Now, don't forget when we had, what was his name, the first person that was doing the press thing. And he said every day he had to put out 10 pages of compliments to 45 on his desk every day. Okay? That shows how weak and ineffective it is that somebody's got to be blowing smoke up his butt continually. And if you're not willing to do that, then he's going to get rid of you. Okay? Even his son, remember Don Jr. was trying to set him up, give him easy questions, and he'd throw Don Jr. under the bus at every turn. Even his son can't, is useless. Is useless. Yeah, he's only good for what? Publicity. My son is good for publicity. That's it. Otherwise, he's a loser like the rest of them. Only as good as, he can show some sort of status as to how fabulous daddy is. That's it. Status. Okay? So, yeah. It's the craziness of 45. So I'm going to leave this here. I don't know. These might work out for some things. But anyway, we'll see how they continue to play out, if they're going to, work with things or not. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you online.